All right, this is the Topic 10 Ratio Homework number 3 homework. And on problem number 1, the first thing we need you to do is change that ratio to 7 to 8. So cross that out on your paper. Number 1 says Vanna scored 48 goals at soccer practice. Her ratio of goals missed to made is 7 to 8. So miss to made is 7 to 8. How many times did she miss? Draw a tape diagram to help. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is my labels. Missed to made. And then they said the ratio was 7 to 8. So I'm going to make 7 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so they told us there's 48 goals that were made. So the made goals is going to equal 48. So now we need to determine how much would each block be worth if it equals 48. So there's 8 boxes, so I'm going to do 48 divided by 8, which means each box would be worth 6. Since these are worth 6, the top ones are also worth 6. So I can figure out how many goals were missed. So I would do 7 times the 6 boxes would be 42. So I have to go back to my question and make sure I answered. It says, how many did she miss? So the number of missed would be 42 missed. So I can stop there. If they asked you for the total number of shots made, then we'd have to add those together. All right, number 2. Last season, Kyle had 21 hits and 35 strikeouts. So far this season, Kyle claims to have the same ratio of hits to strikeouts. Yet he has only struck out 5 times. So how many hits should Kyle have to make this claim true? So I'm going to do my labels. Hits to strikeouts, 21 to 35. And they're saying so far, if he's only struck out 5 times, what would this have to be, the number of hits? Well, I've got to look at my bottom numbers. To get the same ratio, we need to divide the top and the bottom by the same number. So to go from 35 to 5, I needed to divide by 7. So I would need to do that same operation on top. 21 divided by 7 would be 3. So 3 hits. How many hits does Kyle have? It would be 3 hits. All right, number 3 says the ratio of boys to girls at a movie is 8 to 7. If there's 21 girls, then how many boys are at the movie? Okay, so I'm going to do my labels, boys to girls, in a ratio of 8 to 7. So I'm going to make my boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They told us there are 21 girls. So you need to determine what would each of these boxes be worth if this is 21. Okay? I'll let you guys finish that one. Number 4 says, Raul took a test that had 40 questions. The ratio of correct answers to the total number of questions is 3 to 5. So how many did he get correct? Okay, so my labels are going to be correct to the total number of questions. And they said that they're in a ratio of 3 to 5. So I'm going to make 3 boxes to 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. They said there was a total of 40 questions altogether. We want to know how many did we get correct. So same thing, there are 5 boxes. What value would go in each of those boxes so that if we added each one, we would get 40. Then put that same value in here, and they want to know what number of questions were correct. Okay, take a look at number 5. The ratio of lime juice to soy sauce in a salad dressing is 6:7. The total of both ingredients is 39 tablespoons. So how many tablespoons of each ingredient are used? So my labels would be lime juice and soy sauce in a ratio of 6:7. I'm going to make 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now and this one's a little bit different because they said the total for both of them is 39. They didn't give us just one. So I need to figure out, well, altogether, if I added 6 plus 7, I would get 13 boxes. So there's 13 boxes in total. Altogether, there's 39. So I need to do 39 divided by the 13 boxes. That would go in 3 times. So that tells me each box is worth 3. So now that we know each box is worth 3, they want you to figure out how many tablespoons for each one. So you're going to get a total for the lime juice and the soy sauce. And I'll leave that for you guys to do. Flip it over. Number 6 says, at Quincy Middle School, there are 45 girls, 25 boys. There are 2 6th grade classrooms. Miss Alvarado's class has twice as many girls as boys, and the ratio in Miss Lowry's class is 3:2. So we need to find out how many boys and girls are in both classes. So there's 2 classes. There's Miss Alvarado's and Mr. Lowry's. Okay, the ratio in Miss Alvarado's is 2:1. There's twice as many girls as there is boys. And in Mr. Lowry's, it's 3:2. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 4 tape diagrams. All right, so I have a box for each one. All right, so they gave us a total, 45 girls and 27 boys. So I'm going to get a total, 45 plus 27. 5, 6, 7 would be 72 kids all together. All right, so what I want to figure out though is we need girls versus boys. So there's 72 all together, but in my ratio, this is going to be girls to boys, girls to boys. So I'm going to add up just the girl ratio. So I'm going to add the 2 and the 3, which is going to be 5 boxes. And they have a total of 45 girls. So there's 5 boxes for girls. And there's 45 girls. So that tells me that each box for the girls has to be worth 9. Then I'm just going to look at the boys. So in the ratio, if I add 1 plus 2, that's 3. And if I do 27 boys in total divided by 3, that's also 9 in each box. Okay, so we want to know how many girls and boys are in both Miss Alvarado's and Mr. Lowry's class. So in Miss Alvarado's, looks like there's a total of 18 girls and 9 boys. That shows twice as many girls as boys. And then if I look at Mr. Lowry's, there's 27. This is a big class. 27 girls and 18 boys. So I would just want to check all together. Do all 4 of those add up to 72? Because remember we said all together there'd be 72. All right, take a look at number 7. It says there are 66 calories in 1 serving of cereal. If a bowl holds 2 servings, then how many calories? Well, 1 serving has 66, so 2 servings would be 2 boxes, and you would just have to add those together to get a total. Number 8 says 2 business partners, Ellen and Bob, invested money in their business at a ratio of 3 to 7. Bob invested the greater amount. So this is Bob because he's the greater number. This would be Ellen. The total amount invested was $200. How much did each partner invest? So I'm going to set up my labels, Ellen to Bob, 3 to 7. I'm going to make 3 boxes for Ellen, 7 for Bob. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know that the total is $200. So I need to get a total number of boxes. 7 plus 3 is 10. So $200 divided by 10 boxes would go in 2 times. So each box would be worth 20. So you need to figure out, the question says, how much did each partner invest? So you need to get that total for each of these lines. All right, number 9. Tyrone is making 52 cookies for a party. Some are going to be pecan and some are going to be honey ginger. The ratio of pecan to honey ginger will be 7 to 6. So pecan to ginger. How many more pecan cookies will Tyrone make? Okay, so I'm going to do my labels, pecan to ginger. They told us the ratio was 7 to 6. Okay, now they told us all together there are 52 cookies. They didn't give us a number for the specific ones. So we have to say, okay, well, how many boxes are there? There are 7 plus 6, which is 13 boxes. And we have to divide that by the 52. So 52 divided by 13 would probably be... Each box will be worth 4. So once you divide that out, you get 4. Each box is worth 4. So now we can get a total for each kind of cookie, but you need to go back. The question says, once you get that total, they want to know how many more pecan there are than the ginger. So besides just getting the number of each cookie, you have to subtract to find how many more pecan ones there are than ginger. All right, last one. A doctor ordered a patient to exercise. The patient walked for 168 minutes in 2 weeks. The ratio for the time for the first week to the time for the second week is 8 to 3. How much less time did the patient walk the second week compared to the first? So there's 2 different weeks. The ratio is 8 to 3 for time. So you're going to need to make your boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay, they tell you that they walked for a total of 168 minutes. Hopefully after all the other examples, you guys can figure out how you get the numbers to go in the boxes for this one. Hope this helps.